Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, Petrus on the beach. I'm here at Jabula. The sets doesn't look nice. This was a beautiful fishing hole yesterday. Maybe unload side. Right now, you're gonna need a big sinker if you want to fish here. Wind is moderately uncomfortable, west-southwesterly, but not unfishable. Some nice gap between the sets if you stand up high, but the shore dump is horrible. I don't know where the launch site is going to be. I'm halfway between Jabula and Ingwe, and this looks like a nice fishing hole. At Ingwe, and all the way to the estuary mouth, the sea is chasing into the dunes. It's going to make for some interesting video footage. Always something interesting on the beach. Look at this fungus. Now this is a zooplankton. That's where all your crabs, crayfish, all the living organisms is there. So half of them is going to die away, and the crabs is going to sink into the sand, and we're going to have loads of Aruna crabs this season again. The ocean was angry on high tide. I should have been here on high tide. I'll try and do it tomorrow. Left a rude comment. I call it a rude comment because he doesn't say hi or explain what he's about. He just said, make a video of all the pollution. Now that's a rude comment. I don't see any pollution here in St. Lucia. I see litter. Yes, there's plastic. That's litter. Plastic is litter. It's not pollution. The reeds and the tree trunks is not pollution either. The foam that you see on top of those reeds, that is zoo and phytoplankton. That's not pollution either. So what video of pollution must I make? Where's the pollution? This is our tidal lagoon, tidal channel, tidal pool. It's nice and full with the spring tide washing in, and it's much bigger today. I see it's not leaking out at the moment, so I can go to the estuary Polution beach channel and make a video there. I was mistaken, it is draining, so I can't cross over. I'll have to come back to do the Polution beach channel. But the ocean, the high tide and the flow rate of the Polution is fighting here in the estuary mouth. The estuary mouth is wide open. It comes from that channel over there, and the Polution has still got a very high flow rate, so we're still gonna have dirty water long after a January, February, if the rain keeps on falling like it is falling now. Anyway, beautiful scenery here at St. Lucia estuary mouth, lots of birds. The bigger ones, your grey herons and your yellow-billed stork and those species. Okay, I came around to the Polution River channel. There's a lot of water that's pushed over with a spring high tide. I want to see what that bird is. I'm going to take my big camera. That's the Polution beach channel. There's a fish eagle a little bit further up. And we can see the Polution flow rate is still high because of all the debris that's floating around here coming from the St. Lucia estuary side. The Polution has pushed it in there. And the mud water is the soil erosion that happens on the mountains. That mud is supposed to come down to the ocean, and it's supposed to go into the ocean. It's part of the carbon cycle of the planet. So although we don't like dirty water, if you come and live next to a river mouth, you're gonna have some rainy seasons, you're gonna have a lot of dirty water. During high tide brought in a lot of water. That increased the flow rate a lot. With the outgoing tide, it's gonna scour nicely, and hopefully we're gonna have a long summer open estuary mouth. I know the guys wants to go and launch at Polution. But if you are familiar enough with the conditions, St. Lucia is not that bad. This morning it was a little bit caca, but everybody went out safely. Look, this is the southern dune hawk. So it's been pushing back from the estuary basin this way. That's the only way that there can be water here today. It didn't wash over anywhere from my point of view. Oh, this is pretty. Shadow.
Polution